Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we were talking about Jazzy. You know Jazzy, comedian Jazzy. Right now, she's pregnant. She has a baby on the way with ex-NFL player Cam Newton. So she said this while she was doing her comedy on stage.
If y'all don't know, I'm the third one, and this is his sixth child. Someone said, ooh. Right, couldn't have been me. All right, till the rich can put that pressure on you. I could never be with nobody, okay? Until $100 million start putting the pressure on you, you don't know what the fuck you'll be. Talking about what you'll never be. You ain't never had. Oh, you better than me, I am.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. Is there a limit to how many kids or baby mothers you are willing to accept when dating? Lauren LaRosa.
I think it depends on the guy and the relationship with the kids' mothers, but it does get difficult the more mothers of the kids. Because it's a lot of emotions, it's a lot of drama, especially if the kids are younger. But if the guy is handling that, he's like that middle person, if he's handling that well and the kids are older, it can be okay. But it's a lot of people to consider.
So there's no limit for you?
I won't say there's no limit.
Nick Cannon.
I mean, you heard Jazzy say, so you can't say it until you're in the situation. Like, I don't know, but I will say from my past experience, I would prefer someone to not have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women.
Okay.
Carrie Champion,
Carrie?
OG Carrie Champion.
No, I agree with her. But I think also something, Tess said something we were talking earlier that I think was interesting off air was you can tell what kind of man he is. It's his character, how many kids you have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Nick would agree with that, right? I think Nick thinks he's a good father to all the kids.
He does.
I think, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody in that case. But I think it tells you a lot. I would prefer not. And that's just me. I would not.
You prefer no kids?
No. I don't care about that. I would prefer not to date somebody with a bunch of baby mamas. I think my limit might be 2. I think 2.
I did too, and it was a lot.
Me, and I'm being generous. I've never had that happen, and I don't think that probably would be the case. However, I can't say never, because sometimes when you say I would never, you be never, and like you never have before.
So you shouldn't even sleep with men who have a lot of kids. And what I mean by that is, you know, every time you have sex with a person, it's the possibility that you're gonna get pregnant.
Of course.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if that you shouldn't even sleep with a man who has a bunch of kids.
I'm with you.
Because it's possible that you might get pregnant.
Be one of
You
theirs.
think like that logically, but then like if you meet someone that you actually like and you like, sometimes you can't control those things. Oh my God.
It's all right.
It's just hard because every single person is so different how they handle each situation. And like, even with Jazzy, it seems like she's okay
They have a good
with, and they have a good
understanding.
understanding. He must have a good relationship with the mothers of the kids.
But you know, I don't even want to. I hate to even weigh in on this because then I'll say something and we're like, "How dare she?" You know what I mean?
Oh, they will.
How dare she feel
Well,
that
dare
way?
do.
Dare do. But I think in that situation, especially with some like an athlete, right? And it's not so much about Cam not being a former athlete, being able to take care of his kids. He can probably do that financially, but emotionally, what is he giving his kids? And also, I would think, and people think, oh, I don't care about another woman, but I would look at how he's treated his other baby's mamas and to see how he would treat me. I think that would
matters
be
a lot.
an indication of what I'm getting myself into if I decided that I wanted to be in this relationship. I dated a guy, he has 2 grown kids from the same mother, and that was divorced, right? Situation's completely different. They're not together anymore at all. Divorced, it's final. But there is still such an attachment and such a like if they're beefing, and they had been beefing while we were together, it was a very intense relationship. So you have to realize you're a part of all of that now, and and if you want to disturb your world, and I'm a little selfish, right? Because I'm single and I don't have. And by single, I mean I'm dating and I don't have kids and I live a certain way and I have all these different things that I like to do.
And you was the only child.
And it was an only child. I have, listen, shout out to Gary Brooks, my daddy. Like we had a bunch of, half babies, right? I got My dad was a Rolling Stone.
Oh, so you got
But you grew up in a house primarily by yourself.
Me and my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have your space, basically.
I have my space. I live how I live. So that's why I said it's not. My situation is so different. So I would have to be willing to compromise with that. I love kids though. I love being around people's kids. I love children. I don't have a problem.
But I think
with that.
you love them because you can give them back.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
Take that.
You said something that was
it's time to
important.
go. It's time to
And
go.
you said something that was important. Compromise. That for me, with my past relationship, there were kids. It was a lot of compromise.
Let's go to the phone lines.
lot of
Kiara.
compromise.
Yes.
Good morning. What's your thoughts, Kiara?
So, yeah, I agree. I cannot date a man with kids. I actually recently got out of a relationship with someone who had kids, although I told myself those are one of my no's. And I wish I would have just stuck with my no, because I definitely learned my lesson. And I just went viral on TikTok because I said women do this out of a scarcity mindset when men operate on an abundant mindset. So it's easy for them to pick up someone who will settle, because women tend to date with a scarcity mindset.
Kiara,
That is
you're
very.
right.
I've never heard that said before, but that makes a lot of sense. Women date with a scarcity mindset. Men date with an abundant mindset, meaning that men go out there and there's like, I got mad options.
Yeah.
Women don't feel like they have a lot of
Nope.
options. That's interesting.
Kiara's
Well, we got
right.
Deshaun on the line. Deshaun.
Yeah,
Now, your girl got 3 baby daddies and 4 kids, and it's not a problem for you?
man. Honestly, I've been making it work. We've been together about 4 years. We got a child of our own. I guess it all depends on the caliber of man. You know, I mean, I really don't try to judge women off of the amount of kids they got. Only problem I would say that I don't necessarily like dealing with is, you know, she has to stay in contact with other men regarding their children so they could be in their lives. So, you know, that might be a problem. But, I mean, we've been making it work. As long as the communication is open and the honesty, I don't really see it as a problem. I mean, if you could afford it, you know, if you like kids, and, hey, why not?
Okay. Thank you, Deshaun.
You know? No problem. Y'all have a good morning over there, man. What do y'all feel about that?
What's your relationship with, what is your relationship with the kids' fathers? Y'all got good relationships, y'all homies?
Well, me personally, I don't like other men, so I don't really try to talk to them or
I don't like other
have
men.
a relationship. Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling the truth. One of them, you know, we got into a little altercation. We, you know, have some words. But, you know, I stand on business. I'm a man. And, you know, as a man, that's my woman now. So, you know, anything you got to say or feel, man, you got to come through me with that. Because, you know, when I first started messing with her, you know, some people like, oh, she got this many kids. At the time, I didn't have any kids when I started talking to her. And now we have one together. You know, they was like, don't do it. You're going to be a sucker and all that. But, I mean, it's just, to me, it just depends on the person. I mean, if you got a good heart, you know, you could be a good father figure for them kids, then why not? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank you, brother. All right. Well, 800-585-1051. We're asking, is there a limit to how many kids or baby mothers you're willing to accept when dating? When we come back, Jasmine's on the line. Jasmine says she got 4 kids and 2 baby dads, and she thinks it's unfair for a man not to want her. We're going to talk to her when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. So we actually have another Jasmine on the line. Jasmine, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Jasmine, you said you have 4 kids and 2 baby dads, and you think it's unfair for a man not to want you.
Yes, I do. So I'm not just having kids back to back to back. I had 2 pregnancies. I have a 10-year-old and I have triplet boys. So for a man to think that I'm just laying my back getting pregnant, or, oh, she's just has all these kids and is being, you know, careless. No, that's not the case.
Okay.
So when you dating and you meet somebody and they're like, oh, you have kids, and you tell them, what's the response and how do you respond to it?
So initially, I'll just tell them that I have 4 kids to see what their response is going to be. Because that's a lot harder to hear than hearing, oh, I have 3 kids that are the same age.
What?
Typically, they're like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. You know, I can roll with that.
So why you just don't date like men your age that got the same amount of kids so y'all can be like the Brady Bunch?
Honestly, I've never met a man that has kids.
Really?
Wait, how old are you?
What?
I'm 32.
Where you live at? Where you dating
I
at?
ain't never met a man that got kids.
Where you live? What city and state you in?
Yeah, I live in Ohio, and I've never dated a man that's had children.
Oh.
I might
Both
go
of my
to
kids' dads, I'm their first
Baby mom.
And how old are your kids?
10 and 3.
10 and 3, she said?
The problem with dating a woman with kids, especially 4 kids, is
Look at Mr. Relationship Expert.
No, I'm just saying because when you're dating I have 6 kids, and Charlamagne, you have 4.
You got nothing to do with nothing.
No, when you go into that house, those kids are your kids. When you start
Really?
dating and you live
For
with somebody,
real?
those kids are your kids.
You sure?
Man, listen. Because what winds up happening is you are the father figure in that house, so you have to make sure those kids are in certain
Not
places.
as facts. My brother's
But
dad.
that's
is
that's
like
where
my
it comes
dad.
in.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? It is what it is. You have to take those kids to games. You have to take those kids. When y'all all go to McDonald's, y'all all go to McDonald's. When y'all all go get something
Yeah,
to
you
eat,
can't just get
yeah,
one
you
Happy
all have
Meal.
to go. Like,
Yeah,
if
And
we
that's
go out
why
on a
dating is
date,
very
take the
serious.
whole
You have to
kids.
date with purpose.
I have
Yeah.
a question for you though. So when that happens, right? You have 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
He comes in, he becomes the dad figure. When y'all break up, is it okay for him to never speak to the kids again, or does he have to? Because now he's been in these kids' lives,
Right.
and how does that go?
So I've only been in that situation once, and he does still come around. He still contacts my kids, still has a relationship with them, speaks with them, and it's pretty cool.
Because the new person you're dating is really like the
He's a good
dad
man.
because he's there
No,
a
he's
majority
not,
of the
and that's
time.
the problem.
Yes, he is
No,
because
he's
he's
not.
helping the kids with the homework.
he's
Yes,
not.
He's
but I
helping
think
them
when-
get dressed.
You should
When you're
date-
dealing with
you-
people who are adults who know how to communicate,
Yeah.
it's easier.
You
But
should,
are you introducing? You're not when you're dating. You're not introducing every man you date to your kids.
exactly. That's what I was about to say. You
You're,
don't.
Oh, for
you're,
sure.
you're
No.
That's
waiting
all- that's right.
to introduce that
That's right.
person, and you guys have already established
That's right.
what that will be. And so, yes, he will be in
Correct.
the kids' lives, but you're not just bringing everybody around your children.
Yeah,
You
but
date.
you
You
got 4
date.
kids.
You date the
Correct.
no. You date the man. I ain't dating the kids
But
yet.
when you have 4 kids and these kids are that young, she ain't gonna have that much time. She's gonna have to include the kids in some
No,
of the
I
activity
don't.
they
That's
do.
so
No. You date the man, and then you figure out if the man is right for you before
That's
you bring
it.
him to your kid.
You just don't bring all kind of random men around your kids.
It's like you trying to go to the circus for a date.
How many dates does it take to meet your kids?
A lot.
A lot.
A
Can
whole
you let
lot.
her
There's not a number. There's not a number.
So she feels right.
Okay.
Yes, it has to be right. You got to go off of how much you know about that person, because people nowadays can hide their whole life and
That's
be a
right.
whole different person.
That's right.
So you have to go until you feel comfortable and until you feel sure, because one thing I'm not going to play about is my kids.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
it's not necessarily hard for her to date. They just
Right.
have to be willing to understand if
The
they do want to
situation.
make it serious. They got to be with her kids.
Simple as that.
Hello, who's this?
Oh, I made it through. This is Kia.
Kia, you sound like you got about 6 or 7.
I have zilch. I have 0.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay,
she ain't got no kids.
okay.
She sound fresh,
That's
ready
right.
to
He
go.
outside.
Is there a limit, Kia, on how many kids or baby mothers you're willing to accept when dating?
Me personally, 1 and 2 is acceptable.
One what?
1 baby mama.
Okay.
1 baby mama.
And 2 kids is acceptable.
Two kids is acceptable, and two baby mamas is acceptable.
Now, Kia, what happened if they got 3 baby mamas, but he rich, Kia?
That's another
See, that's-
factor
that's
we're not
the
putting
point.
in.
If they Nick Cannon, let's go. Let's go.
Because you heard what Jazzy said. Everybody got something to say.
It's a different story when they got little dollars.
So, Kia, you willing to play like Carrie said? If they got little dollars, you willing to play?
Uh-huh.
Exactly, because most of these men are homosexuals. They getting women pregnant just to solidify a place to stay, just
Yeah.
to make sure they just got somewhere to come home.
Yeah.
Hobosexual.
Yeah.
Y'all really be talking like a lot of these pregnancies are intentional.
What do you mean?
They not. They not. But see, that's another thing. They not being saved. So, like, have you been to the doctor to get that checked up? Because a lot of men don't.
But that's
Women do, but a lot of men don't.
That's what we were talking about earlier
Thank you,
too.
Kia.
Like it showed you kind of like the character of a man too, because you just popping on all these random kids with all these random people. It's kind of
Was
like,
Leslie Jones on the show talking about depressed peen?
That's right.
That clip, first of all, was so hilarious because the reality is this has nothing to do with babies and kids, but the reality is what she was saying is so true in the world that she lives in. Like you get past a certain age, you get in your 30s and 40s, men are depressed and they have depressed peen. And
Where's this coming from, Carrie? This is like just came out the blue.
because we think about men that just be
because-
like out here swinging.
Because she just said, our girl just said they not getting checked, and Leslie was like, "Go get checked.
Go
get
to the doctor.
Go to
Yeah.
the doctor. Men don't take care of themselves like that. They be so quick to talk about a woman and what she not doing. Go to the doctor and check on yourself.
You just thought of
Well,
a
let's not
depressing people,
generalize,
like-
okay? But some
I don't
men.
want to generalize, but I do know that men don't like going to the doctor. Period. Right? That's a general statement.
I
Like,
love going to the doctor,
No, you're,
but I got health insurance.
You're and you're an exception to the rule.
Yes, I go to the doctor for every little thing. Okay.
Me too.
Because I got health insurance.
I tried to go with Charlamagne. I said on the show, because we always talk about men's health, right?
Right.
And what we should do at certain ages. We got colonoscopies, heart checks, and all that. I said we should go together and make it cool.
I think
to go
so.
with your brother to the doctor, just like y'all can go to, and talk about certain things.
Man,
we
shut
never
up.
gonna go to the barbershop and be like,
Shut up.
yo, how was that
You don't go
colonoscopy?
to the gyne. There's no group trip to the gyne.
No, but y'all- but
Like,
y'all talk about
by
it.
the way, there's no need to have a group chat because we're gonna go anyway. Like we're gonna go anyway because
I
it's
go to
what
the
we
doctor
should
all
do.
the time. I actually got a consultation next week. I'm getting my little snip.
No, but I think
What?
you should do. You getting
Snip,
what?
snip.
Oh,
No more kids?
It's
Snip,
gonna
snip.
affect your life. It's gonna affect your sex life.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Snip.
I think I should do it too. I got 6 and I'm
What?
not having any more.
I'm definitely getting
I think we should go
See,
together.
y'all could go do that
Go do
together.
that
That's
together.
something
Let's
y'all
go
could do
together.
together.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
With the
Emotional
wives.
support.
Go with your wives.
Why?
It'll be nice.
Why not? Emotional
No.
support would be good.
Yes.
That's actually my Christmas present.
We leaving some of our manhood. Let's go.
I'm getting a vasectomy. That's my Christmas present.
You guys
Wait,
should
that's the
record
present
it.
to you
My
or
Christmas
from
present
her?
to my wife is
Oh.
is a vasectomy.
I think you guys
She
should
don't know
record
that,
too.
but yeah.
Well,
That'd be nice.
That's-
my
I think
consultation
we
next
should go.
Friday.
I think we should go together, like because we leaving
No,
some
man,
of
stop.
we
Why?
leaving some of our
Leave me
manhood
alone.
No, I agree.
on the
What's wrong with
table.
this something?
We
No,
leaving some of
no,
our
I like
manhood
this.
on the
I like
table.
no,
this idea.
honestly,
You
yes.
say
do
I'm your
it.
brother. We should go together.
Y'all should go together.
You feel like this now, but when you get in there, I think that there's like no ego play that goes into that for men.
It's bonding.
Not for me. I wanted my
He
ego.
already had his kids. He
yes,
fine. They
I want.
married.
I want. I want to do
But
what makes
he
my.
might
I want to do
want
what make my
more
wife
kids.
happy. My wife want me to get a vasectomy. I'm gonna get a vasectomy.
Oh well, she wants it then.
Yes. And I'm
You
gonna go
just
get
said it like it was a surprise. Like you decided, now you just telling her.
No, she's been wanting me to get it for a while.
Oh.
But now I have a consultation next Friday.
What was your hesitation? If she been wanting to get you for a while.
I didn't have hesitation. It's just I haven't had time.
What
Then
time?
I ask other people like, "Yo, how does it feel when they have a vasectomy?" It's like, "Oh, you only down for
What's
like
the-
a day or so."
Yeah, I was like, what's the surgery? Why do you
It's
even
actually
have
in.
time?
I'm about to say in-house. What do you call it? When you
Invasive.
No,
no,
man.
he's trying to say he's like
when you go to the
he
doctor,
get
you
it
ain't
out.
got to go to the surgery.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Outpatient.
Outpatient. There you go.
Not in.
So what time? What time Friday?
out.
What
It's
time
when it's
Friday?
in.
Man, shut up!
What time
Leave
Friday?
me alone, Rashawn.
I want to see what makes sure I'm free. What time Friday we
We
going?
ain't free.
Jersey or
We
New
ain't
York?
free. You a
Just
slave,
ask
nigga.
Jersey or New York?
Jersey, New
We ain't
York.
free. We ain't free. You slaves. We slaves.
you going?
Ain't none of us free. We ain't free.
What time?
Don't worry about it. Okay? When masters say to be there, you be there.
Kanye said that was a choice. He's making a choice to be free and go with you.
That's
I'm
a
going with
choice. He going with you.
Make your own appointment. And it's a consultation. You make a consultation
How
first,
much is it?
And then they make an appointment.
They don't got like a bring a buddy deal.
Not that I know of.
You can get like 50% off if you bring your friend.
I have no idea.
We going.
Yeah, y'all should go.
You can go. Ain't no we. I'm going.
And we can tape
So
it.
you out for a day? What have you heard? Tell us about the surgery.
They tell me that everybody that I know that guy, they say it hurts a little bit.
And you
they
got to
say
put ice on your testicles.
Yeah, they say you down for a day, ice your testicles, and then you got to ejaculate 20 times to make sure it's right.
What do you mean 20 times?
You got to ejaculate 20 times.
Yo,
Is he lying?
we should do this together. And
All right,
we
I'm
can,
leaving.
What do you
Now you're being crazy.
The
Now you
appointment
talking
or
crazy.
what part are
You
we?
got to
20 times.
ejaculate 20 times.
That's
a lie.
Is what I've been told. Okay,
That's a lie.
let's open up the phone lines for 8 o'clock for all the men who've had vasectomies.
You gotta ejaculate
Are these
20
things
times
that
in a-
I've been hearing true?
No, you
I'm
don't
about
have
to
to
Google
ejaculate
this.
20 times.
Well, let's talk about it next hour. Since y'all want to just have a conversation with just the ladies today at 7, at 8 o'clock, let's talk to all the men
we
who've
should
had
go
vasectomies.
together that we can watch the game together.
Wait. MayoClinic.org, but this not
I'm not
about-
going to no mayonnaise clinic. I will not have no mayonnaise colored doctors cutting near my
It
testicles.
says you
okay?
do have to do the 20 times.
Want to
thing.
find men
Look,
While
and
you're
women who
there?
are experienced in cutting black vasectomy
After.
veins or whatever it is. What'd you say?
It says after you have to.
Why 20 times?
Hey, can I tell y'all
How
something?
random.
What?
Can I tell y'all something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Niggas don't read. And when us inform people who actually read things, inform y'all about stuff, y'all don't ever believe us.
No, we be like, that sounds
Get
weird.
off Twitter,
All
okay?
right.
Read some things that actually can do
Okay,
something
so
for your brain, and you would have
please,
known that.
Can a doctor call
Why
in and
would I-
explain the 20 times? Like, why that number? Why that seems like so...
Like leftover. Once you cut the tube, it's
Why-
still
why-
some.
why
it's
isn't it
still
15?
some. It's still some left in the
Why
tube.
isn't it 10? Why isn't it 30?
I don't know,
Can
they
you
said it's
please
20.
sit down and not move your hands?
We'll let you know next Friday. Next Friday, we'll let you know. We'll go in
when
and
you
I'll
guys-
ask her on the
You guys should
consultation.
talk about that. That's
Yeah.
gonna be wonderful.
Next hour, let's talk to the brothers who've got vasectomies.
All right, we got rumors on the way, Lauren.
You're
Yes.
like, where am I?
Where you
20 times.
going? Don't go without me.
Don't say you're coming back.
He started his 20
Do not
times.
say you're coming back. Yes. Next hour we do have rumors. We're going to talk Russell Simmons. He's spoken out for the first time since all of his sexual assault
That's
accusations.
crazy.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.